The truth of the matter is this.
Welcome.
I don't think a lot of the consuming public knows that, but that is the case.
goatforreal216.
It's just math. Just math.
The podcast.
He's a little bit savage.
So we're under the impression, Eva, that people like us enough that we should have a fourth episode.
I think so. I mean, they keep asking us to come back, so here we are.
And you know what? Like, if they don't ask, we're probably going to come back anyway.
I mean, yeah, sometimes you just got to give them what they're not asking for, and then they get really excited about
A
it.
lot of times people don't know what they want until you tell them.
Exactly, and we're here to tell them.
You're probably better at that. Like, if I was to tell them what they would want, I don't know. I just feel like you're probably more in tune with actual humans. Like,
I have that sweet demeanor going, too.
Yeah, I don't even know. I don't even know what I want. Yeah, I don't even know. It's hard for me to even order a pizza. So,
but that's why I'm around. I help you with those things.
Dude, if it wasn't for you, I would be a mess. But you do have to start using Google Calendar. I know we talked about that today. Oh, by the way, plug for Google Calendar. So whenever you want to send us an affiliate link, let us know.
We're ready. Thank you.
We're ready. Seriously, how helpful, though, would it be? Let's talk about it honestly. Then we'll get on format. I know it's starting to bother you already. I'm getting off track. But, like, you got to get organized, bro.
I know, and Rob tells me all the time too. So
if Rob says it, it's true.
I mean,
Rob's like the internet. If Rob said it, it's got to be true.
I mean, you're kind of not wrong.
What's up, Rob? Welcome back, everybody.
Hello, hello.
Good to see everybody. So, Eva, I can't. You know what? Let's stay on format, but I'm excited to say something. But go ahead, you first.
Well, Sean P., we are back, and as always, we would like to start the episode by thanking our sponsor, My Car Council. More about them later, but thanks to them.
I can't wait to say this. I think it's going to be something. I'm hoping that he'll remember forever. I want to say happy birthday to my son, Elijah, who is today, my son's 15 years old.
Woo!
He's 15.
Woo.
And he is an amazing little guy. And not little guy. He's about as tall as me. And the thing is, though, with him, like, he's been working out.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah. So, like, his little shoulders are, like, a little out now.
So now he's, like, becoming a little man.
Like, I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to be able to take him. I'll be able to take him. Yeah, I'll be able to. But it's not.
You can think that for the rest of your life.
His little arms are as big as mine.
Woof.
Yeah, it's crazy. So, happy birthday, Elijah.
Happy birthday.
I love you. I'm proud of you. So, happy 15th.
Yes, that's fantastic. Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Okay, so to get into a couple of, like, business things for everybody who's listening, I don't know where you're listening to it, if it's YouTube, Spotify, but we must ask you, please, if you are listening to our show, you're enjoying our podcast, leave us reviews and ratings. This is an acceptable thing on all platforms. 5-star rating would be much appreciated, but be honest, because we want honesty here. Write us reviews. Give us your feedback. What don't you like? What do you want to see more of? You know, the big hitters, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, YouTube. Any feedback and ratings would be much appreciated, so please, please do that.
Yeah. And again, be honest. Like Eva says, please be honest, because what we want is constructive criticism. It doesn't have to be, hey, we love you, this and that. Like, listen, it could be, talk more about the car business. We don't care about you guys. Talk more about the car business. We don't want to hear about your son's birthday. Say it.
Seriously.
Like I said, honesty would be great.
Yes, much appreciated. It'll make a better show for us to run and you to listen to. On that note, I do also want to bring up, last week we officially announced the Patreon.
Yeah.
If that is something you're interested in, you know, we have multiple tiers of becoming a patron, and there's a lot of benefits, including access to our secret private Discord with early access to everything. You know, you'll be the first to know about new content, new announcements for any new projects we're working on. And you can also, depending on how you subscribe, be an associate producer for this podcast. So we would love to engage with you. There's a ton of behind-the-scenes content from both Sean P. and myself. So please check that out.
Patreon's cool.
Patreon is awesome. It's like a secret gem nobody knows about.
I've known about it for like 3 weeks since you told me, and I was like, how cool is that? Like I don't know, it's just cool. It's a real behind the scenes.
Like, seriously, I'm an active patron on a couple of various people's stuff, and it's just a totally different environment. It's much more let me talk to you like a person and not present to you like a creator. It's just a really great place to hang out and get to know people.
Very personal.
Yes.
Which is awesome. So I was thinking, so for this week's episode, again, we are social media bandits. So we're going to rely a little bit on social media again this week. However, we are going to get away from our main platform, which is, of course, TikTok.
We love you, TikTok, but...
Hold on a second. Like I was going to say something different. It wouldn't sound weird. But so TikTok, right? Listen, it's still, whatever. I'm not over it yet. I can't believe I'm somewhat, I guess, maybe mildly TikTok famous. You think I'm TikTok famous?
You're almost at 100,000 followers.
I know, but like for me, it's just crazy. It's great. But so anyway, I still.
Sean, you know why else I think you're TikTok famous?
Hair.
Why don't you tell me and tell our listeners about some of your in the wild experiences?
Okay, so crazy. So again, like, I mean, I try to be humble. Believe me, I know where I stand in this world. I know what I am and what I'm not. So this is with complete humility when this stuff happens, right? So today, me and Mike D, who was on the show, we're standing outside and just talking before at the end of the workday, and so we're sitting there talking, and all of a sudden, I hear as loud as a bomb going off, "Goat, goat, hey goat," and I'm like, what is going on?
Where is that coming from?
Like, is that in my head? Like, bro, I'm hearing stuff in my head, and so Mike's like, what is going on? And we look over, and there's this dude pulled up in this car, super cool guy. He's like, "Goat, what's up, dude? You're awesome," and I'm like, holy cow, this is happening. So I walk over to the guy's car. As I'm walking over, I'm like, wow, I could get sliced up right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not good at this yet. So, like, I'll probably end up in a suitcase because, like, I don't know any better yet. That maybe there are weirdos out there. But I walk over, and the dude's like, I'm old as dirt. He's a little older than me, but he's a TikTok fanatic, And I walk over, and I'm like, hey, he's like, hey, it was on your live last night, this, that, and the other. And we start talking, and it was just a cool moment, but it still throws me off. Like I'm still, because Eva, that's happened, and I tell you about everything. I send you screenshots when it happens too,
or phone calls in the moment,
or an email if it's too late. I'm like, I still gotta tell you. But anyways, my point is, so it happened today, which is crazy.
Or that time at the casino.
2 weeks ago, first of all, I don't even gamble. I suck at it. Honest to God, I come take my money. Like, I am a sucker. I'm terrible. But like, I was really bored one day, and I was like, I got nothing to do, and I want to go home, So I'm like, I'm gonna go to the casino. So I go over to the casino over here in Northfield, and I walk up to the bar, and I'm like, I'll have a. Oh, my son's probably listening. So I was like, I'll have a fruit punch, and the girl's looking at me like I didn't say anything to her, and I'm like, okay, I'm like, whatever. She goes, oh my God.
Service today. Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. And I'm like, what? She's like, TikTok. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Eva, I'm never going to get comfortable with it.
You want to know what my favorite story is? I'm going to tell this one.
Yeah.
Because I didn't believe it, because I thought I was getting pranked. We were at work. It was a Saturday.
Oh.
And I'm running around, and Chrissy Ratcut comes up to me, and he's like, Sean's got a fan here. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
And then Dennis comes up to me, and Dennis is like, yeah, Sean wants you to come outside. I'm like, okay. So I go outside. Lo and behold, this kid drove down from Michigan.
Right.
I don't think he drove down to see you, but he was in town and realized where you were.
Planner. Yeah.
And he was like, I have to go there. So this random kid who watches you from Michigan showed up and like made a point to come to the dealership just to meet you because he was such a big fan. That I will never forget.
Listen, it's crazy, and everybody that's watching this podcast, I mean, whatever, it's awesome. I mean, I love it, and I'm not going to kid you. I'm human. Does it give me a little like, oh well, that's right? Yeah, of course it does. Who wouldn't it? But it's about the followers.
Mm-hmm.
It's about interacting with the public and the followers. I mean, that's what's important, and that's. So I never get I'll never get a big head over it. It will always be humbling to me because it's all because of people out there that decide, oh, this guy's worth listening to, or watching, on TikTok. Like, they believe that, they think that. So like, it's nothing really. I mean, maybe I make the content, but they make a decision to give me their support,
exactly,
which is
amazing to me still.
And it's their personal messages of, how your advice helped, or those in-person interactions that inspire projects like this to happen, because it's another way for you and us to connect to all of these people. So,
So cool.
very important. But, so what are we doing this week?
What do you want to do?
I think
we're going to
maybe,
answer some Facebook messages.
Yeah, Facebook.
Yeah.
No
Facebook.
TikTok this week.
We're not doing
Facebook.
TikTok. Today we are not TikTok famous.
We are not TikTok
We are
famous today.
Facebook somewhat, almost kind of well known.
Facebook aware? Facebook adjacent.
I don't know what that means. So we're going to do some Facebook stuff today. So we're going to answer some questions that have come off Facebook. Different platform, different audience, different set of questions.
Exactly.
I would almost say a more, I don't want to say older. That's not what I mean. More mature.
I would say more life experience, because the age ranges of people who interact with us on Facebook is wide. But there are people who have more life experience, maybe have encountered a little bit more difficulties. So they're
agree with
looking
that.
for very specific information.
Right, and I think it means something to them. The answer is that they're searching information, which is, to me, to be able to help somebody do that is, I love it.
That's what we do.
I love it.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's we're gonna do a little Facebook stuff.
All right, sounds great. Well then, I think we will take a quick break and get right into it when we're back.
Cool. Happy birthday, Elijah.
Happy birthday.
So I want to talk a little bit about My Car Council. MyCarCounsel. MyCarCounsel.com. My Car Council is a group of seasoned automotive veterans, guys that have been in the business for years and years on the retail side, who have decided to dedicate the rest of their career to educating the public on how to effectively and financially buy a vehicle in today's car market. They will help you research the car. They'll help you research your trade-in value. They may be able to help you get more for your trade. They'll look at your financing and make sure that you're getting a good deal on the finance end. They'll look over your paperwork. Before you sign your paperwork, you can send it to them, and they'll go through and vet it with a fine-tooth comb. Again, you're talking about 25 years of automotive experience. They will look that over and make sure you're not paying any extra fees. You're not paying anything you don't have to. You're not getting treated wrong by the dealer. Before the sale, during the sale, and after the sale. They have absolutely no affiliation with car dealers whatsoever. They get no monies from the dealerships whatsoever. All they get is a fee that they charge you, the consumer, to do a variety of different things a la carte. I think there's a big package that you can do where they do the whole thing for you, including negotiation. My Car Council is the coolest thing on the planet. If you are in the market for buying a car right now, it will save you thousands. I'm telling you, I've seen it already. goatforreal216 podcast friend, sponsor, and somebody that we really like to stay close to for a long time because we see nothing but great things in their future.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Again, thank you to My Car Council. Make sure to check them out if you are needing assistance for getting a car at mycarcouncil.com. We very much appreciate you.
Yeah, cool company. Again, just for the spelling, it's the end of it is COUNSEL. But I don't want you to put in council like city council and end up on some website voting for somebody or voting for something that you don't really care about or whatever.
Yeah, we're not trying to get all up in your politics like that.
Yeah, we're not. Believe me, we are not political.
Nope.
I promise. So it's interesting. One of the things that I think about all the time, Eva, and it's something that I don't. If there's a science to it, I don't have it yet. But the social media today. Okay, I can only talk from my viewpoint, right? Just some car guy who some people seem to like to listen to. But, I'm a thinker. Mm-hmm. And, I like to figure things out because it is important to me that whatever we're talking about is going to the right ears. Not just because I want to maximize what we do,
right.
Of course, as a business person. Yeah, let's be good at it. If we're going to do it, let's be good at it.
Right, let's do it the right way.
But, it's important to me that we're getting the right message out to the right audience,
Yeah.
And the social media platforms can be somewhat confusing for me because let's just talk about the big three, right?
Okay.
TikTok, Facebook, Instagram.
Okay.
Right? That's the big three.
Yeah, those are the biggies.
Right? There's other ones, there's a million of them, but that's those. I know Discord's making a big, there's some others, but the top three in our lives are those three, and it's amazing to me. It's it's fascinating to me, the different demographics on each platform.
Oh, for sure.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So I try to go, okay, Facebook, I try to box it in like, okay, this is this demographic of people. This is what Instagram people would like to hear or learn about, whatever, you know, or that what they would laugh at,
Right.
you know, and then TikTok is this, but it's fascinating to me that I can't figure it out.
Well, right, and because the other part too is like, yes, you want to figure out how to talk about things that all of these audiences can relate to.
Right.
But there are just certain things like this audience is only looking for this. Like I know whenever I help you out on Facebook sometimes, and those people are constantly providing real life situations that they want help with. It's not necessarily like I see on TikTok sometimes where they have like more general questions about just not understanding the industry. So
Right.
it's really interesting to like hone in and figure those things out.
Our demographic, and I have done the research on this, is about 28 to 38 is about, well, when I say our demographic, that's what we get the heaviest traffic and engagement from.
Age-wise?
Age-wise,
Okay,
just
gotcha.
age-wise, you know, so, and then it's a little bit older, you know what I mean? It's like 39 to, 50 or whatever is second, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But it's just amazing to me, like, if you pull somebody's phone right now, they have all three.
Oh, yeah. Even if they say, I don't do TikTok, they watch it.
You grab your kid's phone and scroll TikTok.
Yes, you do.
If you're checking his phone or her phone to make sure they're not doing anything inappropriate, you get caught up on there. I don't care who you are. You get caught up on that going scrolling like, whether it's the bikini girls or something just hilarious.
Right,
Like
exactly.
TikTok is such a funny platform, but I do think it's true that some people don't have it. I do. I know because there are people that will come to me and be like, okay, so I have this friend, her name's Callie, right? And she's a car dealer, an independent car dealer down in Canton. Great girl, awesome girl. And she messaged me the other night. She's like, did you know that you're up on a big screen every day in this conference room at this dealership, XY dealership? I'm like, Callie, what are you talking about? And she's like, you're on their big screen. And they watch your videos all the time,
That's hilarious.
And I'm like, oh my God, that's hilarious, So of course I got embarrassed, And then I'm like, well, what do you think about my videos? She's like, oh, I don't have TikTok. And I'm like, I believed her. Like she doesn't. She's a little older than you,
Okay.
and she doesn't have it,
Yeah.
So it's just fascinating to me. I don't know. I'm bent on trying to figure it out, but the demographic thing is just fascinating to me. The different platforms. The differences between them, because you want to think TikTok is funny cat videos, right? Instagram is cool cars and, you know what I mean, guys out there trying to look rich, right? The bling,
ballers.
the ballers or whatever. And Facebook is me or the elder people, you know what I mean, who have been on Facebook for 10 years and they're probably close to getting divorced because they live on it. You know what I mean? Like, dude, how many divorces has Facebook caused?
gosh.
Dude, I remember it was a huge thing. Like, it must have been like 7-8 years ago. It seemed like it was spreading like wildfire. Like, Facebook was almost becoming like an underground, like, cheat on your husband
Oh
site.
my gosh. Yeah. And
Am I right? Dude, you know what I'm
Well,
saying or no?
I mean, I do vaguely remember that, but then very shortly after Snapchat came out, and then it was over.
That's
Everything
the cheater
was Snapchat.
site.
Yes,
That's
yeah.
the cheater site.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the cheater site. That's so funny. That is the cheater site. And I'm not on it because I don't have anybody to cheat on. I don't have to be on a secret like site because I don't have anybody to cheat on.
I mean, good point. Valid point.
I probably don't have anybody to cheat with.
Well,
So I don't have anybody. What I'm saying is I got you.
I was about to say you have me.
Yeah,
Sean.
right. Sorry, Rob. Sorry, Rob. Rob's going to become a celebrity just with the mentions.
He's going to become infamous, and nobody's going to even know who he is.
Who's this Rob character?
I got to know who he is. We
Yeah.
talk about him all the time.
He's a funny dude. I see why you like him. I mean, he's a funny guy. But yeah, man, so it's crazy. So anyhow, we wanted to take a dive into Facebook today, right? And kind of make sure that we're addressing that demographic, correct? And it is different. So I know that you have some questions. I know you help out on Facebook a lot. We try to get to everybody. I know you have some questions set aside that you wanted to ask on behalf of the people on Facebook. So I'm here for it.
Awesome. All right, well, let's jump into it. So first up, Tim Keller asks, I was looking to trade my car in. A dealership wanted to put it in my dad's name, but he had no driver's license. They said that doesn't matter, but in PA, you can't register a car without one. How is that legal?
Okay, so Tim, thank you, first of all, for asking the question. I appreciate any support and asking for my opinion. However, in PA, it is not illegal to register a vehicle without a license. You just need a state ID. So I know that to be true because I've sold 1 million cars in PA. So it's it doesn't have to be a driver's license. It can just be a state issued ID. So now he didn't have either. That would have been a problem.
Awesome. So that was a great question. Next up from Jake Crosswell, we have, can you please help me understand credit as a newcomer?
Man, I wish we had a whole show for people. And I mean this from the bottom of my heart. I didn't learn about credit until I was well past early adulthood,
Same. Honestly, Mike D educated me on credit when I first started working with you guys, and he helped me a ton.
If there's any life experience Mike D can help you with, it's credit. The guy's like a 9,000 credit score. Mm-hmm. It's just one thing he cares about a lot, and he must have been raised right and told about it early. I was not.
Same.
I didn't know anything. Mm-hmm. I had bad credit when I was 18 years old because a family member put something in my name when I was still a minor.
Same.
Dude.
I like Rob.
I'm not even going to say which family member because that's a different. I don't want to lay on the couch. I'm not laying on the couch tonight, but you get it.
The therapist is not in right now.
You get it. And so then I started to understand, like, people were like, oh, I got a credit card and I bought this car with my credit. And I'm like, I'm going to do that.
How do I do that?
Boom, I have bad credit already, and I had no clue because I was a kid and I didn't know. That was a different time.
Right.
Today much more people are much more cognizant of it, but
credit is also kind of just more of an understood thing in society now because everything is on credit.
For sure. I mean, but Jake, to answer your question, so let's give it a shot, right? I wish I had more time. Help me understand credit as a newcomer. So credit is a tool that you can use as a young person, but certainly throughout your life to achieve the goals of acquiring the things that you want or need in your life without having the cash in the bank. Nutshell. Is that a good description?
Yeah.
Credit allows you to buy stuff you ain't got the money for right now, but you need it or you want it.
Buy
right?
it now, pay it back later.
Right. So it's, buy it now, pay it back later. So as a young person, I would suggest that you get out there and get a secured credit card to start with, or maybe not. I mean, somebody might give you a non-secured card for like $500 I don't know how old you are, Jake. I'm trying, but to understand credit a little bit more as a newcomer, when you're young, credit should be used as a fallback, like for necessities. Like my kids, 14, 15 years old right now. When they're 18, I'm sure me and their mother will get them a credit card. And it's going to be, when you run out of gas on I-480, you use this.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Other than that, put it away, lock it up. I might take it from you.
Right.
At some point, I'm sure I will. But because you pay what's called interest on those purchases. So, Jake, the trade-off is this, right? I get something that I don't have the money for right now, but I pay somebody for that, for that privilege to do it, interest, right? And so as a young guy, Jake, what you want to be careful of is getting overextended where you're charging stuff, and your minimum payment is 1 week's paycheck.
Right.
You're setting yourself up for failure. And young people don't know that. And, somebody said on TikTok, I think, no, it's probably Facebook. I think it was Facebook. They should teach this stuff in high school.
100%.
Because I was talking about credit.
Yes.
And I got back and I said back, there should be a class. I don't care if it's for one semester. Here's how you get your credit started. Here's what you do and don't do. I mean, it would be very helpful. So, and I wish that was a thing. You know what I mean?
I really can't believe they don't have that too. Because I was in high school in the early 2000s. So society was starting to technically evolve towards credit, things like that. We had a required accounting class, and literally they taught us how to keep like a check ledger, how to write a check.
Right.
Nobody does that. everything is on credit.
Right.
Like, teach us how to figure out interest and what's the best rate to take on a card. Like, that's what they should be teaching.
It's funny because I think sometimes there's so much information digitally. Like, I feel like the educational system not drops the ball, but gets a little lazy, because here's the reality. If you're smart and diligent at all, you can learn anything you want on Google.
It's at your fingertips, literally.
Or social, or Reddit, or all these other sites that are out there, that so you can learn anything. So I almost feel like the educational system, in this case is like, I don't know. Maybe they're like, they can learn that on their own on Google or something like that. But it would be nice to have a financial professional sitting in front of a group of young people and saying, this is how you need to do this to set yourself up for success. Look at Jake. I don't know how old you are, Jake, and I appreciate the question. It makes me sad that you have to ask me to help you understand credit. I'll do it. I'm happy to. But it makes me sad that someone hasn't pulled you aside, maybe your parents, or whatever, and said, here's what you should do. But anyways, credit can be an awesome tool. It can be something that gets you through, hard times, or when you are, let's say, a little financially stuck for whatever reason, maybe you didn't get that many hours that week, so your paycheck was a little light. So you got a credit card that's going to get you through getting gas or food, So it can be a very good tool for that, but it can also lead to you being able to accomplish a lot of things. Credit can help you open businesses, right? Credit can help you
buy a car.
Buy a car. Credit can help you get married. You can finance the ring. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So you can buy a home.
You can get a mortgage.
It's, it's one of the most important aspects of life that you need to treat seriously. If Jake, I don't know how old you are. If you're 22 years old and you're out there partying every night, right? Staying up till 3 and hanging out with your friends and being irresponsible, and you know what I'm saying? Good for you. Have fun. If there's one thing I want you to take serious, Jake, it's your credit.
Yep. Don't mix those two things together.
Yeah. Do whatever you want. Be a kid with everything else. Take that serious, because that will change your life, and you'll be glad you did when you're older.
Go party on the weekends all you want to, but don't start a tab with a credit card.
No, you don't want to start putting your liquor on credit cards, Jake, just so you know. That's a bad sign.
Trust me, I bartend on the side, and the amount of people who are like, I'll just put it on credit, and then freak out when they see their tab, don't do it.
So you are financing your buzz?
Literally. Financing.
What are you talking about? Like, you see people do
I'm
that.
dead serious.
Not a debit card. You're talking about a credit card.
People,
So
throw me that American Express. I get it all the time.
So I'm going to pay you $8.50, Eva, for a watered-down drink that you are trying to save alcohol on for your bar owner. So I'm going to overpay for it, and I'm going to pay you interest on it?
100%. I see it all the time.
Seems irresponsible.
It does. That's why I'm saying don't do it.
I love it. I love it.
Pay me cash and tip me $1. Don't put it on credit.
Did I tip you good the other night?
Yes, you did.
Are you being serious?
I promise.
I tipped you too good. Damn.
I wasn't complaining.
No, because I'm just telling you, here's the one thing, I stink at that knowing what's a good tip. When I get my hair cut, by the way, I get it. You're welcome. No, I'm just kidding. When I get my hair cut, so my dude's name is Matt, right up the street here in Medina. Awesome dude. And he does a great job, and I love it. I'm so grateful, because for like 7 days I'm handsome. Like, tight. Bam, bam, hard.
Too self-critical.
You know what I'm saying? 7 days straight. You know what I mean? Walking around like Elvis, right? But when I tip, I'm always like, is that enough? What's a good tip? I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, so especially like bartenders, you think, I'm like, okay, but like I never tip and walk away like, yeah, that was the right tip. I'm always like, did I tip too much or did I not tip enough? They should have that in school.
If you're asking that question, you're tipping correctly.
What a hack.
Exactly.
I love it. Good hack.
I promise. That's
Good
exactly
hack.
how it works.
That's an Eva B hack.
That's an Eva B hack.
Hacks by Eva B, boys and girls.
Hashtag.
If you walk away not knowing if you tipped enough, you're a good tipper.
Sean, you know what it is? The reason that our vibe feels different today?
No.
I know what it is.
Hold on. Give me a second.
I'll give you a second to figure it out, because I know.
Okay, so there was something I wanted to say and talk about, and I keep forgetting, and now I'm wondering if this is going to be what you're saying, but I'm going to keep it to my chest until you answer.
So the vibe is that we don't have a guest today.
It don't kill my vibe. It don't kill my vibe.
So it's just us. People are getting to hear how we really communicate with each other.
Is that what it is? Is that what it is?
I think it is. It's just us. So we've
Being
got
ourselves.
our flow. We
Right.
have a very specific dynamic that works for us, and people are kind of getting to hear it.
Eva B and Sean P.
Eva B
It's
and Sean P.
Right. It's the Eva B dark side vibe, which somewhat enticing
I guess is
and
the real me.
dangerous. And dangerous.
Ooh, the dangerous, mysterious type.
Sorry, Rob. Anyhow, but no, you know what? That's right. There's always normally because normally when we're not doing this, when we're just talking, like this is how we talk. But right, normally we're like trying to like manage somebody's like
Yep.
anxiety for being on the podcast.
Keep them on track. And,
Right.
you
Like
know.
you're mothering them.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And
But it's just us. We know how this goes, so
right.
we can just be ourselves.
This
and
is
chill.
being. Yeah, this is
Yep.
which is cool. This is probably the rawest content, so because this is just us talking, and,
Yep.
which is cool. And yeah, I like it. I'm
So,
down.
on that note,
Yeah.
last question
Okay.
today is from Terry Thompson. Without business credit, but I do have an EIN, LLC number, and 7 years of filings, small amount of W-2 income, how can I get a vehicle in my business name? I assume I would be the guarantor.
So that's the easiest way, Terry, is to be the guarantor. There is a host of lenders that will do it in the business name with a PG, a personal guarantor. So that's the easiest way. Almost any bank will, really. If you're going to sign for it personally, that's really no different than just doing a personal auto loan. It's really the company then just becomes like for titling purposes. Really, it's really everything's still in your personal name on your credit bureau and whatnot. Now, if for whatever reason you're not comfortable signing as a guarantor, various reasons, you have too much debt, you want to put something else in your name, whatever, and you want to try it in just your business name, you're pretty close to being the person that I would say has a shot. I mean, without business credit, but you have an EIN, an LLC, a DUNS number, and 7 years of filings. I'm assuming that means taxes. I think, okay, so here's what I think. I think it might be somewhat challenging for you, Terry, to get it in just the business name. And the only reason I say that is without business, is the business credit part. So again, we're going to go out and buy a $30,000, car or $50,000 truck if it's for the business, you need it for work or whatever. And you're going to ask a bank to give you $50,000 or $30,000 without any proof that you're going to pay them. You know what I'm saying? Okay, you file your taxes, that's cool, but that's kind of like expected. You know what I mean? You have a DUNS number, but see, if you have a DUNS number, are you saying a DUNS number or a DUNS rating? Because if a DUNS rating, that means you should have some business credit. So, but I think I'm going to answer the question the way I think she means it. No business credit, really, to speak of. You have a DUNS number, not rating, and you've been paying taxes for 7 years, small amount of W-2 income. I think it's going to be somewhat tough without business credit to get it in just the business's name. Do I think that there's a shot? I do, but I don't want to tell you yes and have you bank on that, and then that you get to the dealership and they're like, well, we need you to sign. Well, GoatForReal told me I'd be okay. You know what I mean? So I don't want to say that. That's why I'm a little hesitant. I think it's going to be tough without business credit. That's my honest opinion. But if you've got 7 years of filings and whatnot, Terry, I don't know what kind of business it is, but get a business credit card. That I know you can get. You got 7 years of taxes, a DUNS, all that stuff. So get a business-based credit card and let's get your business credit started. You know what I mean? So you can do it in just the company name going forward. Because right now, I think you're going to need to be a PG, a personal guarantor. That's my opinion.
Now, a follow-up question related to this. If somebody does put their vehicle, under a business name and they are a personal guarantor, does that benefit the business credit in any way? Or does it only benefit their credit because they're the personal guarantor?
No, because it's attached to your social security number, not
Got
your
it.
tax ID number.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So in a business, your tax ID number Your employee ID, EIN, is your business's social security number.
Got it.
Look at it that way. So if you're being a personal guarantor, they're basing it off your social security number personally and the credit that's attached to that number. Without it, it gets attached to your EIN or your tax ID, whatever.
Got it.
And now it starts reporting as a trade line for that business. So so it doesn't really do a whole lot. You know what I mean? I think that Experian somehow may be able to report it, because Experian, I know, has a business credit program similar to like Dunn's, like it's supposed to be like a Dunn's program. They might have a way, but I wouldn't bank on it. I don't think so. You got to build your business credit. You know, if you've been in business 7 years, you need business credit. I mean, in my opinion, because you're probably costing yourself money, because if you're not using business credit after that much time for like your expenses and stuff, you're probably costing yourself money. But I don't know what kind of business it is. I'm sure she's successful. I'm sure she knows what she's doing. I'm just spitballing.
Yeah. All right, well, Sean, those
And
are
spitting. I've been spitting today. Hey, dude, I don't know what it is. I'm spitting today.
Dude, mic guards. That's what they're there for.
You spit? No. Shut up, stop it. Let's see, we did it again. I did that.
I can't confirm or deny anything.
I did it. I was playing around. This is a family-friendly show. Totally kidding. Rock and roll. So, yeah, those are good questions, though, man.
Yeah.
But you're right. Facebook's different. They're different.
Yeah. They're looking for all different fields of, like, car-related stuff, but they want, like, real specific information, which gives us, like, real things to talk about, really dive deeper.
And it's cool because, again, the whole reason I started doing TikToks and social is because I wanted to figure out how I could help people know more about the car business, the people in it, the process of buying a car, ultimately maybe help them save money, or at the very least, arm them with information that would reduce their stress level.
Exactly.
Because that's a stinky process, buying a car, if you don't know what you're doing. You know what I mean? It really is. And I get a lot of messages and DMs or whatever from people saying that they use the content that I posted and it helped them buy a car or save money on a car. And to me, that I don't know. To me, that's the most amazing thing ever. So I'm grateful for these platforms for sure.
Yeah.
And you know, I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you know anybody who started any businesses today?
I don't know.
Anybody that started?
I might know.
It seems
somebody.
like I don't know. Maybe feels like I know somebody who started a business today.
I mean, I think I might know somebody.
You think you know him too?
Yeah.
That's weird that we would both know him.
I think I know him pretty well, actually.
You're saying him.
Them. I guess I was themming since we were being vague.
It's Clyde night. It's Clyde. it's Clyde night. Okay, I'm Bonnie. I love it.
Yep.
But go. So I have a question. So
Yeah.
we know somebody that recently is a new business owner.
Yeah. Thanks to the goat, I started a business today.
You started a business?
Yeah, you helped me get through the process. I started a business today.
I'm gonna flip the script. We're gonna interview Eva.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Eva, hi. Hi, Eva. Sean from Go For Real.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Hey, good to meet you. Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure. I feel overwhelmed being on this platform. I'm a little nervous being around you and all that. You're like a star and a celebrity. But anyways, yeah. Question.
Yeah.
What kind of business do you have, Eva?
I have a social marketing consultation business.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
What's that mean? I don't even understand.
So basically, my business is for people online or business owners, influencers, helping them figure out how to best curate their content, where to put it.
Love it.
I also have options of helping to produce content. There's a lot of networking services that I can provide. I know a lot of people. I've done a lot of things, so I can help put people in contact with people too.
So we're gonna blatantly and just completely outwardly plug you right now. I don't even care. You're my girl. I'm plugging it. We're plugging the company.
All right.
So I know you have heavy experience in like you produce like shows like you're like artsy.
I mean, I do our podcast. I've produced other podcasts before.
You do plays and stuff.
I do work in the professional Cleveland theater scene. Lots of different aspects. I've produced a lot of web series for people.
So cool.
Yeah.
So your company, again, plug is going to be helping content creators or anybody who is in the digital marketing, social media marketing arena. You'll produce for them, help them get off the ground, I would imagine, and show them how to do things correctly and not fall on their face, right? I mean, dude, that is really, I am, you know how proud I am.
I'm very excited.
Yeah.
It took a while. You said we were going to do it, and I finally took the plunge, and you helped me do it today.
Right, but dude, that was baller how you did it. You're like, you know what? I wanted to do my LLC. I'm like, okay. I'm like, all right. It's like, I was like, okay, get it, girl.
I made the decision, and I didn't want to back out, so
Yeah.
I knew if I said it to you, I couldn't back out.
Well, again, and this is not an advertising space right now. This is not in our format. But if anybody out there needs help with anything social media related, marketing, whether it's marketing, posting, editing, whatever, or video or digital, anything like that, I just want to go out here and say I would promote Eva B like I do some of my other partners. That strongly.
Thank you, Sean.
So anybody's out here watching and needs something like that, and man, I don't think you'd find a better partner than Eva. So hopefully this little blurb, this little shameless plug, ends up with some, you getting some customers. That'd be great.
Hey, maybe sometime soon, a few episodes from now, I'll have everything all nice and together, and I can sponsor one of the episodes. Give y'all all the info.
You give me some money. I like that idea.
Right?
Yeah.
Hey.
You pay me. I love it.
But speaking of influencers, Sean, why don't you tell us about our next 2 weeks guests?
Yeah. So, man, oh my God. I get so impressed by these other creators. I think they're so much better than me. Honestly, like I watch their stuff and I'm like, oh my God, like I get embarrassed. Like, dude, they're so much better than me. So there's 2 dudes that we're going to have on over the next couple weeks, and they are mainly Straight Russian is a mainly TikTok creator. I mean, couple 100,000 followers. He's big though on Twitch and Discord.
Ooh, Twitch and Discord.
He's a Discord
Those are fun
dude.
platforms.
Yeah, he's a Discord guy. He's a gamer, and he makes such great content. But his heart is he's a car guy.
Yeah,
and he makes really good content. Couple 100,000 followers, like I said. So I want to spell it in case everybody wants to jump on and follow him. But it's STR, the number 8 _, Russian with 2 R's in the beginning. Russian. STR8 _ Russian, and man, he's going to be a blast. And he's just so out there, like blatant in your face, like tell the truth. This is how I feel about it. Like, doesn't pull any punches. He's coming up. After that, every time I think of this guy, I don't know. It's such a great relationship me and this guy have. Okay, so there's another guy on social media who is delusional and thinks that he has earned the name GOAT. And to put the word GOAT in his username. Listen, the guy's delusional.
I mean, we have the GOAT right here, so I don't know.
Listen, here's how I look at it. I want to put this out there. I look at it like this. The kids today, kiddies. The kids think, who do the kiddies think the GOAT is in basketball today?
LeBron James.
Kiddies think that. The big boys, the adults in the room, right? And the former, or in the Hall of Fame players from the NBA, who do they all think the GOAT is?
They don't think, they know that Michael Jordan is the GOAT.
MJ. So I'm going to make this comparison. The guy's name is Abe the GOAT.
Abe the GOAT.
Here's the part I hate about it. I really like the kid.
I mean, too.
No, like I love the kid because he is me 20 years ago.
Right?
He's arrogant. He's more handsome than I was, and he's like tall and kind of in shape, which annoys the hell out of me. But he's really good at sales. He's really good at sales. And when I say the 2 comparisons with the MJ, right? So you guys know my history. I've been a salesperson. I've been a finance manager, a sales manager, a general manager, and I've been a dealership owner. Okay, a lot like Michael Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
Michael's done it all. He owns something now, right? Abe is not an owner. He's a super talented salesperson at heart, and he loves being a salesperson. You know what I mean? So, like, he's to me like the LeBron. Now, is LeBron going to be a $1 billion athlete? I think he might already be.
I think so,
I think
too.
he might hit
Yeah.
$1 billion. Yeah, I think so. So, is Abe going to be? Is Abe going to achieve actual approved GOAT status someday. We'll see. He's on his way.
Yeah.
He's talented. I love it. And I really like the kid. And
I
so
think
anyway,
he'll be a great guest because he has lots of opinions.
Oh,
And
dude, he's so opinionated.
it'll be a
You guys-
great time to talk.
oh my God. He's gonna, you know what he's going to do? And I know we're going to stop talking about it, but I love these other creators. There is no question in my mind, Abe the GOAT. By the way, it's Abe, T-H-A, GOAT. And there is no doubt in my mind that Abe the GOAT is going to be on here saying that he's the GOAT. He's going to try.
100%.
He's going to try to convince my followers that he's the GOAT.
He's going to argue it the whole time.
Right.
But that's okay. I mean, that's okay.
But you know what that strikes me as? Very un-GOAT-like.
Ooh, facts right there.
Big facts on God.
Big facts on God, no cap.
Okay, no cap, say less, okay? Bad vibes.
Bad
Because
vibes.
I'm going to say this real quick. And Abe, this is for you. I don't care. I'm coming. Here's what I don't care. You can, this is me and you. We're going at it. When LeBron, I'm going to say this, and then I know I'm taking too long even. I don't care. Passionate. LeBron, after 2016, got on TV in an interview and said, this is how I knew I was the best player of all time. When I won the championship in 16 with the Cavs, amazing feat, but he went self-proclaimed, this is when I knew I was the greatest of all time. Okay? Now,
Hot
various
take.
interviewers have asked Michael Jordan, who is the greatest of all time? He has never, ever once had to say or proclaim or even convince himself, Abe, that he's the GOAT. You know what he says? You guys figure that out.
Hey.
But then you know what he says? I got 6 of these. Rings. Those would be rings. There's never but. So that's the difference, Abe. But Abe's going to be on. You guys are going to love him. He's cocky. He's cool. He's funny. At the end of the day, great dude and a good father. He has. So we did it live the other day, and he brought his little kid on there.
Very cute. Oh my gosh, extremely cute.
Dude, love it. So
Yes.
anyway, so those are the next 2 guests. Straight Russian, Abe the GOAT. It's going to be cool.
Yeah, the next 2 episodes are going to be very exciting. I'm looking forward to them.
Very, very, very cool.
Last thing before we kind of wind down, I did just want to reiterate that the Patreon is live. If you pledge as a patron, there are multiple benefits at our tier levels. You could even become an associate producer of the podcast and would always get a shout out all the time. That seems very GOAT of you, in my opinion. And yeah, access to the Discord, early access, all of that stuff. So definitely check that out. It's a really cool platform with stuff that you don't see anywhere else.
Patriot again, I'm blown away. What a cool platform that I knew nothing about. I mean, very, very cool. So get hip to it, guys. It's a behind the scenes of behind the scenes. It's you talking to me and me telling you what Eva and I are working on, or Eva, and you knowing before everybody else.
Yep.
Which is cool.
It's awesome.
Very cool. So, want to thank my car council. Again, that is a company that I have some involvement in that is designed to help people through the process of buying a pre-owned or new car. No affiliation with any dealerships, guys. There's no affiliation. That company was started, Eva and I started that company to help people through the process of buying a car. Save them money, lower their stress level, look over their paperwork, right? Make sure they're not getting ripped off, because it happens. And we're excited about that company for sure. But that is my car council. We're excited about that. And there's other people involved in it, so thank you to all of them.
Yes. But my car council is pretty great. It takes all the experience of all the people involved and helps you make the best purchasing decision, which is ultimately our goal even for this podcast. So.
And I think our best decision right now is to get out of here.
I think so.
You want DoorDash? Rob, she's coming home. She's relaxed.
I promise soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we'll see you next week, guys.
All right. You know what? Eva B,
Yeah, Sean P.
congratulations on your company.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
You too.
Holler.
All right, everybody, that's a wrap. Want to thank everybody for listening. As always, if you guys have suggestions for future episodes, please do not hesitate to reach out on social or all the other platforms that are out there. You can get a hold of Eva. Obviously, she's the boss around here. So anyways, follow me on TikTok at goatforreal216. Facebook, same, goatforreal216. Instagram, goatforreal216. And my bio page, goatforreal216.info. We always have more coming on social media, more episodes on all the platforms, a lot of cool stuff coming out. So make sure you check us out.
Yes, and make sure to find me across all social platforms. You can find me at Eva Brettrager. That's EvaBrettrager. R.
Rager.
TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can also find my website, evabrettrager.com.
And I want to thank our special guest today. It's always we're blessed to have cool people that we know that want to come on the show and share their experience. So thanks again.
Yes.
Holla.
Holla.